Hi, I'm Linus, one of the founders and CEO of WAU. At WAU, our core mission is to be the #1 brand of long-range electric bikes. But for us, it's more than just a bike. It's about joining the movement. A lot of people have been asking us, where do we make our bikes and how do we make our bikes? WAU Bikes are founded, designed and built in the UK. All the bikes on site are already sold, and we are in the process of scaling up our production to meet the growing demand. Let us take you through the process of how a WAU bike is made.
We are the tool makers and injection moulders that manufacture the parts for WAU Bike. We are a family business based in Essex with over 50 years experience. Our customer base includes Bentley Motors, McLaren and Microsoft. We start with a concept or CAD model from which we then design and manufacture a tool using traditional tool making methods along with cutting edge technology. In the injection moulding process, we start with raw material granules. In this case, WAU insist on us using recycled materials for their products. The material is melted within the barrel of the machine, in this case a 250 ton press. The plastic is then injected into the tool where it cures, and once cooled it is removed from the tool via a robot placed onto a conveyor belt to cool down before packing off. The parts are then checked by quality control before being packed off and sent to the painters.
We do the finishing on the WAU battery cover. We take the covers, we degrease them so they're nice and clean with no release agents left on them. We then flatten them back so they're nice and smooth, and then we take them into paint. We apply a water-based filler primer system, so it's an eco-friendly system which then takes any imperfections in the mould out. We then take them from paint into the prep room where we flatten them back again to get the part as smooth as possible. We put a water-based black paint system down to make the nice black deep gloss effect that you get. We then apply a water-based clear lacquer finish. They then come out of the paint shop for more denibbing, flattening back again to get the part as smooth and as beautiful as possible. We then apply an automotive grade top coat clear lacquer system, which gives a high gloss piano black finish. The reason we use an automotive proof system is it's got better longevity, it's harder wearing and more durable when the bikes are out in the field.
We designed the motherboard and the smart features to go into each and every bike. The motherboard then gets programmed before the assembly begins.
We complete final assembly and inspection of the bikes here before product release to our customers. I'm here to ensure all parts come together for the clean and efficient production of WAU bikes. It's the future and we're keen to play our part.
So for stage 1, it will go from the bare frame, and then it will just be mainly the basic mechanical parts. So the forks, the handlebars, the stem, the front and rear mudguards and the bottom bracket. Stage 2, front and rear wheels will go on along with the derailleur, the cranks, the chain itself, and then connect up the rear brake. So for stage 3, it will be the rest of the wiring that needs to be fed through the frame. So that will be the rear lights, the main wiring harness for the front controls and the main power cable. That will then be hooked up to the main lighting controller and the main controller and all connected up, so then we'll then test it with the battery to make sure everything's working perfectly. So for stage 4, now that everything's wired in nice and neat, we can go ahead and cable tie the rest of the cables and wires around the bike. So finally at stage 5, it'll go through one final check of the gear alignment, brake and mudguard alignment to make sure nothing's rubbing. We'll go through one final check of all the lighting systems just to make sure everything's 100%. It will then be just a final go over all nut and bolts that are visible to make sure everything's 100% tight, and then it will just be cleaned and a final look over, ready to be disassembled for packing. We'll take the front wheel off and adjust the handlebars so they are sideways so they can fit in the box. We will wrap all visible areas as much as possible with packing foam. That will then be slid into the box, strap it up, and it's ready to be shipped off.
We're only getting started, but now we need your support. Join the movement and get a WAU bike.